Why is a war in the future on tariffs important when there's a war on housing that's been ongoing? Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. It's me, KP here. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. If you're not new here, then welcome back. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And let's get into today's video, which we are talking politics. I'm gonna be honest, unfortunately, but let's just get into it. I thought Justin Trudeau was removed from office. Why is he back? Like, I could have sworn he put Canada in billions of dollars of debt for his own personal agenda. Like, that didn't happen a couple years ago. That's not going on right now. Are we just forgetting what has happened? Take, for instance, the immigration policy that Justin Trudeau implemented. How do you accidentally let in millions of immigrants into Canada? And how do you miscalculate that? How do you miscalculate the house to people ratio as the person in charge, as the person passing these numbers or hiring the person who's calculating these numbers? How do you mess up on that? How is that an accident? And this is just, I want to make a quick PSA towards all those racist comments on TikTok and on Instagram of Canada's immigration. Because me personally, if I could travel to another country with my whole family and not pay as much money for rent as the average citizen while also receiving monthly benefit checks, best believe like that's what I would do, me personally. And I bet a lot of you guys would do the same thing. So again, please don't blame the immigrants. Blame whoever calculated so many of them into Canada. And I'm just saying that in a way of how do you miscalculate the house to people ratio? Like, how do you miscalculate so many people coming into Canada without calculating the amount of houses being built per year? How does that happen? Now that I've gotten that off my chest, let's talk about these tariffs and like what everybody else is talking about. See, what my problem is that Justin Trudeau comes out of hiding after months of not even knowing if he's the prime minister or not, talking about a war on tariffs, essentially. And sir, can we talk about the war on grocery prices? Can we talk about the war on affordable housing? Like, can we talk about the war that Canadians are facing every day before we talk about the war on tariffs? Now, I'm not saying that the 25% tariffs isn't going to affect Canadians, but what I am saying is that there are more pressing matters than worrying about avocados and jalapenos and, you know, purchasing alcohol. Like, I don't know about you guys, but tariffs sounds like a wealthy man's problem. Like, that sounds like a businessman's problem. In my opinion, you have to already have money to even know or be concerned with what a tariff is and how it affects you. Again, I'm not saying that the 25% tariffs wouldn't affect Canadians, but what I am saying is that, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I do believe that Canada has enough resources and land to not even depend on the United States. So after seeing that Justin Trudeau announcement and hearing about this war on tariffs, I had to ask people in my lives, like, how do they feel about this war on tariffs? And first of all, my mom doesn't even know what a tariff is. My sister, she couldn't care less of a tariff because she has more important matters at hand, and that includes paying her bills next week that are due. And I say fair enough, sister, because the bills that she's talking about is a $3,000 rent bill for her 3-bedroom townhouse with no backyard and no yard space. Like, huh? Obviously, the rent in Canada is very much unaffordable. For example, a studio apartment in the Greater Toronto area is $1,800 roughly. Who can afford that by themselves without pinching their pennies and working 3 jobs? I don't know anybody that can. Now, this whole war on tariffs thing really had me perplexed, because why do these elected officials choose to focus on the most minuscule, dramatized topics and events that like don't necessarily affect Canadians every day right now in this moment? Why is a war in the future on tariffs important when there's a war on housing that's been ongoing? It's almost like these elected officials are trying to distract us. It's almost like they're doing a magic trick. They're like, look here, boom, and then disappear, reappear, and everybody's like, whoa! Like, it's so crazy because I see people fall for it. Like, we as Canadians, we fall for these antics all the time. Because why else would they be talking about things that are not as pressing as food and shelter? Like, isn't that crazy? Sorry, That was fun. After watching Justin Trudeau's speech, or his rebuttal to Donald Trump, I was reading in the comments everybody praising Justin for standing up for Canada. Are we just gonna forget about the hell that he put us through the last couple of years? Are we just gonna forget about everything? Again, the mistakes that he has made in the past, for example, accidentally printing billions and billions of dollars, making Canada billions and billions of dollars in debt. How do you accidentally print too much money? How do you miscalculate the money you're printing? And obviously you're doing it on purpose. Obviously he did it on purpose, but like, did he not do the calculations of, okay, if I print more money than I'm supposed to, and if I give it to people, will that not cause inflation? Does he not know common sense? Like, again, I just need Justin Trudeau to keep that same energy when it comes to taking responsibility for his own actions. Please and thank you. That's being said, once that is all provided, once housing is provided, and groceries at a reasonable price are provided, then I think we can talk about these tariffs. Then we can talk about the war on tariffs, okay? Is that okay with everybody? Is that cool? Like, let's just talk about our internal affairs before we start discussing external war tariff affairs. Like, am I the only one? That's what I would prefer first. Can we just do that first? Thank you. It just seems that every time these things go on in politics, it doesn't seem like these leaders are fighting for their country. It just seems like they're fighting over their own egos. It almost feels like they're all narcissistic and they only care about themselves. Yeah, these tariffs don't matter. I genuinely could care less about a tariff. What I care about is affordable housing. What I care about is affordable groceries, affordable gas. Can we focus on that? Can we focus on that, please, first, before we get to the tariffs? Please? Is that okay with everybody else? Because, what's happening here? Why are we getting distracted, guys? Let's get back to the problem at hand. Anyways, if you guys like that video, you can let me know in the comment section down below. If you don't like that video, let me know in the comment section down below. I don't mind. Yes, and that is it for politics for today, because I'm over it. It's all a headache and none of it's real. So, none of it's real. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do your thing, and I'll be here. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Boom. Bye.
Maybe I bounce back.